Hey my friends, there were a couple updates recently. As always, I've learned my lesson and decided to wait a couple days so we can see whether there will be any fixes or if there'll be certain changes, and as always, it happened. So this time we will be talking about 3 patches, what I like, what I dislike about them, and whether I think the changes are good or bad. So let's get to the first patch, v.5.1. Basically they just fixed a few things and they changed hero stats, common hero stats, from what I think is just affecting campaign heroes. I'm not quite sure, could be the heroes you own as well, but not too much of a big deal for players, since no one should be playing common heroes, or at least not have more than 2 in their own team. Basically the friendly golem was nerfed, which is great because I myself had been stuck on the first mission of the 7th chapter. I long broke through it, but I was stuck there for a while, and basically the enemy front line has 2 friendly golems, and they were basically completely destroying my front line because it had AoE damage of 100% and it was just crazy. Okay, good change overall, nice patch, very short, not worry of a video. Let's get to the important patch notes. Patch notes v.5.2. And this basically was the most controversial update we've yet to get. Basically, after the devs dropped this update, there was complete mess in the Discord channel. Everyone was talking. 99% of people were claiming they would quit the game. The market was down for an update. No one could sell, but everyone wanted to, or at least that's what I got out of it. If you want to know my position, I've wrote lots of texts in the Discord channel. I only invested what I can afford to lose, which means if the game goes to 0, including the token, it's no big deal for me. If it goes up, that's good. If it goes down, that's bad, but no big deal. And I think the update was well meant, but led to the wrong conclusions, at least for the community. Okay, let's first work through the text. First of all, we would like to sincerely apologize to the genuine and active players for some vulnerabilities of the design and technology, which led some cheaters abuse to earn HE or NFTs. We have resolved all the found and reported issues at this time. We are also improving the anti-cheating system to ensure these problems won't happen again. This already indicates the problems. We've been talking about this in former video. Basically, people have been using bots or created billions of accounts on different IP addresses or devices, and thus they were draining lots of HE from the game into their own pockets, sold it, which led to the HE token to drop over and over again every single day for quite a while. Like, it wasn't just people selling their heroes or something, it was mainly people having plenty accounts and like just farming money basically. That shouldn't happen. The devs don't really have the resources to have an anti-cheating system right away. That's why they decided to do the updates that they have been pushing recently. Okay, so they have decided to take more decisive action, which is good, against bots, cheaters, and multi-account players, at least those who have more than 5 per player. I myself, I have 2 accounts. I have this main account I've been showing you all the time, but I'm also playing a second account where I test different hero builds and just experiment with whatever I feel is good, so I can make maybe make a video about it or not, depending on the situation. Okay, so they increased the HE rewards in the arena. Good change. We don't really have to talk about it that much. In my past arena update video, I already told you that I feel the arena rewards should be higher even more. Then they invented a system where ultimate gear requires a level, and I think that's in preparation for the NFT upgrade. Like, ultimate gear is supposed to be minted as NFTs, and this can be sold on the market. So naturally, they want to put a level restriction on this, which means new players can't just go to the market and buy the best gear and then pay to win their way through the game. They really have to have um, heroes that have a certain level, right? So they can't just buy the best gear on level 1 and then just stomp their way through the game. They have to actually abide through some restrictions. So the quests had some changes, and this is basically why there was so much talk in the Discord channel. So they added back the start campaign battle quest, that's good. In total you can get 140 activity points, and now they removed all the HE, like the one from the second quest and the fifth quest chest, completely. To make up for this loss of HE, this 25 loss per day, they increased the rare shards in the third chest from 1 to 2. That's a good change, like having more rare shards. This way you will get 14 per week, but it's not enough to make up for this. Instead, they added an elixir in the fourth chest, that's okay. And they replaced the common scroll in the fifth chest with one epic shard. From chapter 5 for chapter 1 to 4, there will be 2 rare shards used instead. So you get 4 rare shards if you're low, and if you're high, you get 1 epic shard instead of the 2 rare shards. That's also okay. Basically, this way you get about 28 rare shards per week just from the daily quest. That's something, but it's probably not enough to satisfy the community, since 25 HE per day is a steady income. Basically, you can use it to upgrade your heroes, you can buy heroes, you can get what you want. Rare shards is always a gamble. You may get a lot more back, like getting 300 HE just from selling a good, decent rare, but you could also only get 50 if you get unlucky, so nah. The community wasn't too happy. I mean, people always say that devs are destroying the game, and that is somewhat true for the community, but you have to keep in mind that they have to protect the hero coin value, because if they would just gift you millions of HE to every single account, then everyone would have those millions of HE, but no one would be able to cash out, because as soon as people would sell, the coin would drop to 0 or almost 0, and then everything would be worthless. Basically what happened to crypto mines wouldn't really work, right? So the rewards have to be somewhat reasonable for the game to be sustainable long term, right? So no return of invest of 1 week is sustainable for a long time. You have to have a game where the return of invest is minimum 1 month. Like, for example, you take Axie Infinity with the Scholar system, return of invest recently turned to like 3 to 12 months, especially with the sudden crash when you invested like thousands of euros or dollars for a decent team, and now it's only worth $300. So you have to farm for like a year to even just get your return of invest, and this game had an insane return of invest of about a week, and thus the coin dropped, and now it's of course much worse. Decent change actually, since this will of course increase the hero token price, but they have to implement a steady system where you get more HE the further you are in the game, and you have to make a system where it's somewhat skill based, so bots don't really have a chance of getting much HE, just maybe a little bit, if even anything, and that should be it. Like basically with the arena system in Axie Infinity, and that's pretty much what they did here as well. Like the arena rewards will only be given to people up above 800 MMR. That's very easy to get. You just need a team of like 5 heroes, and then you should already be above that MMR. It's pretty easy. But there needs to be a system where you can't just set one hero in the defense team, drop to almost 0, and then you get easy opponents, just kill them and get lots of HE. That shouldn't be possible. Yeah, many people were making use of that flaw, including me. because it was just an easy way of getting arena rewards. Now I have a decent team here, and even if I were to put these away and I wanted to save, wouldn't be possible. You need 5 heroes to save, and even if I had a weak formation, I would drop lower to like rank 300,000, and then I would be able to kill my enemies easily, but I wouldn't have the 800 MMR, and thus I wouldn't get any rewards. So that's a great change actually. And you get your dailies from this basically, like getting 3 HE token from each win. Let's say you can do about 5 per day from quests and progression rewards, and then you have the 3 free ones and the one you buy, so you should easily get 7 to 8 tries in the arena. Let's say you win half of them, so you win 4 times 3 per win, that's about 12 HE, and the ones you lost you get HE as well, just 1, so you should be getting 15 to 16 HE every single day, even with these changes, and the weekly stays as well. But they pushed another update this morning, since lots of people in the community weren't happy. It's not yet out, it's not yet released, but they already gave us the patch notes, and I think this is the best update they could have pushed, since now they'll give HE rewards in the 5th chests from chapter 5 onward, which is good, which means people who progress in the game, have a somewhat decent team, get something out of it, and it's a bit harder for bots to get there, since you have to farm a bit to even reach that stage, and of course you have to invest quite a bit of HE as well, so common teams won't reach that. You definitely need a somewhat okayish team, invest $100 to $200, and then you should already get there, at least at current HE prices, which is like $20 cents. Yeah, that's basically the change. They already told us in the former update that this is going to happen. And I want to share a statistic which Voxus published, and that's basically the daily user spent and earned hero token. The red line is the claimed HE, basically the claimed HE in the game. The accounts haven't changed much from this day. This is like the 1st of December. The accounts, there wasn't a big difference in players. There were more accounts, more bots and stuff. So the daily earned hero token went from 100,000 to about almost 600,000 in just a few days. So naturally the team had to react to this, since there wasn't the player base behind this. It was clear that this was only multi-accounts and bots, and those were earning lots of HE every single day, selling it to the market, and basically dumping the hero token price over and over again. So the token needs to be valuable. People should have incentive to keep the token and only get it for skill-based activity, or just a small number from daily activity. So bots can't farm it easily. Why can they not just ban all the bots? Because it's not that easy. You need a good program to detect all this, and you can't just ban everything that seems somewhat suspicious, because this way you'll just ban the players who've invested thousands of euros into this game. So that's pretty hard to do, and people will always just try to get around this, so there'll always be people who try to destroy the system or play the system or whatever, and this team isn't big enough or doesn't have the enough of a budget to create a great detection system where you can actually tell who's using bots, who's not, who's having 20 accounts per IP, who's just using 5, who's just using 1. That's not really possible, at least not possible to do reliable enough to not cause any big trouble, because every cheater would claim they didn't do that and whatever, so that wouldn't really be possible. So now they try to use it, do it in a different way. It's still alright, it's okay, decent change. It's quite a bit actually. You can still get 25 HE every single day once you hit chapter 5. Then you get the, let's say, 16 HE per day from the arena, so you can easily get about 40 HE every single day, with a team that costs you like 1000 HE, so you should have a return of investment of about a month, as it should be intended to be. Decent changes. Of course, most people wouldn't like it. This one actually was very well liked by the community, which I like as well. Okay, but let's see how this will develop. There will be lots of more future updates for sure. I'm not paid by the developer team, as some people accused me of in the Discord chat. Um, but I think this is going to turn out well. Actually, like this one as well. Yeah. Okay, that's about it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like or a comment or whatever. Just tell me what you think. If you have a different opinion, please tell me as well. I always like to share different opinions and love to dive deep into the tokenomics of a game. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. See you soon.